Hello, and welcome to another week of the Abusecartoons Livestream. Hey K5, how's it going? So I'm going to try to hang in there a little better than last week. It was just, very defeating that I was still having all those graphics cards problems. I've got most of the memory hogging things shut down, but that doesn't mean OBS can't give us a little trouble. Yeah, I haven't even checked to see if there's settings. There's GPU settings in OBS. That might make a difference as well. But but if I disappear, I'll be back. The same thing happened last week with the weekly. I'm sorry, not the weekly, our Saturday stream. It just kept going down. Restream just kept choking on us. But eventually it calmed down. But that was very... very weird. So there was a bunch of 45-second files or streams up on the channel. And that was just I think an internet thing, a Restream server trouble, because everything was fine on our end. So we'll hope everyone is doing well. It's still below 0 here, which is very, very rare. But at least it's not causing huge problems. It was pretty bad last week because it rained and that froze. and created very slippery, crazy slippery roads that you couldn't do anything about because they don't have salt trucks or anything here in areas where it never snows. So I'm not sure what I'm doing today. I guess we're on that long, slow crawl to Valentine's Day. Yeah, that dreary end of January, beginning of February. But I can do more lumber jokes. I think I do have a number of lumber jokes in the archive. But yeah, it doesn't sound like there's anything fun to talk about with the U.S., so I don't think I will go there at all. Yeah, what a mess. Let's see. Yeah, I've been drawing with a different pen style, so I'm having trouble getting back into the into the touch for these cartoons, so it may take a while. We'll see. But there we go. Yeah, I tried to start a bit earlier, but yeah, things are just a little too busy in the morning, so I hope people are still around. All right. Oh, I didn't even check if notifications were even working. Oh, it looks like they did. That's nice. For the other stream, yeah, people were saying they weren't getting any notifications, so. Yeah, that's definitely one thing. If you're a kid and you have any interest in drawing, that's one thing that you could spend time on. That would be, oh, I gotta stop. No, I can't do that. That would be worth your time doing is practicing drawing perfect circles, because the better you get at drawing circles, the better forms are in a lot of your drawings, and even your handwriting. I think your handwriting will be better if you're good at circles. That's definitely a acquired skill that can improve. You can tell I haven't practiced at all, but that's definitely a skill that can improve everything, the look of everything that you do. All right. I always resort to the same old things. How about one of those short spray cans? Wow, really wavy lines. There we go. But yeah, it was crazy. I was trying to find a place to eat. Things are a little bit more normalized. Still masks and things here, but a lot more people are going out for dinner and things now since the holiday, and so we decided to try to find some place to eat, and all the places that I remembered are gone. So there's a lot of things that did not survive the lockdowns. So that was depressing. I mean, maybe there's some good things that replace them, but I couldn't couldn't get too excited about anything I saw. We ended up going to this odd pizza place that does those like little Sicilian style, those little handmade kind of square style pizzas, and then they have, because I guess they're made to be shared, so they have all these configurations in which you can cut them. You can cut them into up to 4 to like 10 pieces, so you can share little bits of things. But the variety of the pizzas wasn't so amazing that you would want to order a lot of them. They're basically in that same range of kind of typical Italian configurations. So yeah, wasn't an amazing concept or anything, but yeah, but it was nice. It was nice to find something, because I thought we were out of luck there for a while, and it was really cold, so you didn't want to walk. Oops. You didn't want to yeah, keep walking looking for something. Maybe take this down a little bit. Oh wow, yeah, 8 degrees, yeah, Fahrenheit. That's not messing around. Yeah, it's just hovering like 1 or 2 below here, which I guess might be close to, yeah, might be close to like 8, the way Celsius and Fahrenheit work. But yeah, it instantly freezes anything. So if there was any sort of condensation or a little bit of misting rain or whatever, you just have this ice slick over everything, which is crazy. I saw Texas was getting frozen, snowy weather as well. So a lot of people that don't usually deal with this are having to deal. Whoops, wrong. Oh, that was a perfect line too. Oops, come on. Where is it? Here. Yeah. Are having to deal with all kinds of fun. And it's just, if you don't have the infrastructure for it, that's the most frustrating part, is it's not something that can't be handled, but you don't have the salt trucks or the snow shovels or whatever. Yeah, a snow shovel in these parts is pretty rare. I think I saw one from the 70s someone had. Let's see. Well, that's crazy. I've been seeing on the news I guess because of the rampant shoplifting and a lot of the big chain drugstores and stuff, they've been putting absolutely everything in cases, behind locks. So not even, because it used to be the expensive stuff like razor blades or, cosmetics or whatever, particularly expensive things that are small and easy to pocket. But now it looks like some shops are just doing absolutely everything that you could walk away with that they care about is in a case. So there's just all these, locks and all these buttons to call employees. And as you know, like, CVS or Walgreens or whatever, they don't have the best employees depending on where you are. So who knows how long it takes to get something simple. Just want to buy some deodorant. There's no one there to help you. Yeah, so that's just, they're just like everything America does, they go about it backwards. They don't try to go at what the cause of this will be. They'll just try to remedy and just find a solution for the end results, which is always very clumsy. But yeah, I can't even imagine how miserable that would be. Just, living in a little apartment in a downtown somewhere and having to deal with all the nonsense just to get simple daily things, toiletries and whatever. All right. Yeah, and I guess there was an avalanche in one of the snowy areas in Japan, and there were some skiers that went off. I forget what they call it, but into kind of unprotected areas, like where you take your own risk, that they can't rescue you. They don't have patrols. They don't have access to some of these isolated areas, and some skiers, international skiers, I think that was from all over the world, a small group of international skiers went off into kind of unprotected areas, and then there was an avalanche, and the snow, not the snow in Hokkaido, the far north island, but the snow just on the north of the big island is not powdery and light, so it's basically just a smothering slush. It's wet and heavy, and so the snow covered them, and yeah, just everyone was taken out, which makes me ask, how did they know? It's like, how did they find them? But yeah, so that was a depressing story. I think there was like an Olympic, medal winner or something in there. There were like, professional athletes that just wanted to try something unusual, and just the timing was very bad. But yeah, I didn't read. It was just all secondhand. I didn't read any stories about it. But that sounds very depressing, and they just didn't know the differences, because I think it was near Nagano where they held the Winter Olympics one year in Japan. Yeah, it's interesting. The wilderness in Japan, it's not huge, but it's surprisingly vicious. You hear a lot of people meeting their end in the little mountains and wooded areas around here, or on this main island. Which, when you see it, I guess though it is very, it's all volcanic mountains and things, very steep, and very some pretty jagged rocks and things. So you can probably find some pretty inhospitable stuff. All right, I don't even know what these are. Let's see. No more book jokes. What else? Yeah. I guess this is reminding me of the weird little metal bookends they have here. They usually have a little tab on the other side as well. So, yeah, so I should go over the, when we do the comments, or go through the archive, I should show you guys the cartoons I had to do last week without an audience. They're always a little more odd when I don't have input from you guys, or I'm not like talking while I'm doing it, so I don't get, kind of inspired by some topic that comes up or something. So, yeah, there's not rubber cement, but plastic cement. That's in bottles that looks like this. Oh yeah, that would be quite a feat if I could actually draw a sprue like from a model kit. Maybe I can draw the remnants of one. I don't think I can draw the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, they're in the same layer, of course. Wow, yeah, that actually looks like... and what else? I guess hobby... What are they called? Channel cutters or plastic nippers? Whatever that whichever language that's translated from. Yeah, try something like that. You've got to draw something that can have actually room for a face, though, so gotta be careful. I'd rather have it inaccurate, but a place to draw eyes on it than perfectly rendered, but unfaceable. There we go, something like that. Yeah, I can't believe all the years that I've used these sorts of things, and I can't believe I've never drawn them. That's funny. Wow. Oh yeah, these can have a grip. There we go. So we can use the... Oh, it's still all on the same layer. Let's try to fix that. There we go. Oop. Which one? There we go. So a little piece of sprue, some metal or plastic cutters. This will be... There'll be a lot of people that have no idea what this is supposed to be. All right. I've been putting together a lot of miniatures, yeah, with the thing on from Saturday, with the thing that Chris and I are working on. All right. Sorry. Trying to log into Twitch, and all I'm getting is verification requests. Yeah, I guess once someone's account is partnered or whatever, I guess that's why their security is so ridiculous, is because you could destroy their channel or you basically steal their audience if you had access. I don't know how that would work then. All right. Yeah, forgive me if this doesn't work. There we go. All right. I think I'll make the cement a little bit bigger. Maybe just wider. So it has a little better scale. I have no idea what the joke is for that. All right. Maybe a Voltron joke. All right. Oh boy. So here we go. Yes, I haven't even been watching very much. I'm trying to think lately. I watched that I think it just popped up on Japanese Netflix, but that Pamela Anderson documentary thing, which was odd. It was just her talking about I guess they did have a bunch of like archival and news footage and stuff, but just kind of going through her old journals and recapping, giving her side of the story. But yeah, it's very funny. Her career had a really weird trajectory, and just the timing, like that, the sex tape timing and stuff was very odd. Because if she had any chance to be taken seriously ever, then she missed it. And I think the sex tape leaking or being released or whatever totally delegitimized, nobody was thinking about her anymore in those terms, which is funny how much that's changed, because you get people that have not willingly, intentionally released sex tapes that their mother has viewed and told them to reshoot because she thinks they can do better, that are completely legitimate and mainstream and, respected and, allowed to work on brands for teens and things. It's absolutely insane. So they were just a little too early with that, I think. But and it also makes you think. Well, surprisingly though, the thing that I was surprised about with that is that, even though she was calling herself crazy and wacky and whatever, and they showed her like listening to self-help tapes and stuff, she seemed relatively normal, relatively like down to earth and not completely. Because I've talked to people in Los Angeles that are just whacked out. They just are so damaged, delusional, that the reality is just insane. And it seems like, just in terms of her talking about mistakes she's made and, things that she's done, she seems to have a pretty good understanding. And it just sucks, though, that obviously she's still so hung up on Tommy Lee. And that's why I think every subsequent marriage of hers, couldn't work, is because that asshole is like, always around in her life somehow. And, with the kids that they are co-parenting and everything. But, nobody is going to want to have to deal with him as an ex-husband, weekend dad, or whatever. And it really felt weird when she finally called the cops on him for abuse, probably because she was actually, finally it occurred to her that her kids were in danger if he was just going to act like a child all the time. If not direct danger, incompetence. Because I think they were, I remember in the 90s, they were at a friend's pool party where two kids drowned, or a kid, maybe, I thought it was maybe more than one, but a child drowned in a pool. So everyone was sitting around getting drunk and getting high and letting the kids play in the pool, and they didn't notice and turned around, and there's a kid floating face down at the swimming pool, and they were at a situation like that. So those things are not impossible. So it was, whoa, I've never seen that before. I think they changed that. You can actually tilt the canvas now. That's weird. I guess that's probably for digital painters and stuff, although you can do that within your tablet, also your tablet software as well. I don't know what keyboard shortcut that was. But anyhow, like, I don't think she wanted to do that. I think she was just going to tolerate his behavior forever because she was so in love. And but finally, it's her mother instinct or something triggered, and she called the cops. And then he went to prison for 6 months for domestic violence, and that was it for them, cohabitating. Because I think she got an order of protection and stuff after that. But then he was, weekend dad. But I don't think she ever got over that, and so she got married like 3 or 4 more times, and those people had to deal with nonsense. I don't know, but that was really depressing. I think it made her kids happy. I think her kids are happy to see her still so hung up on their dad, but as far as like her life ever moving forward, but and it also reminded me of probably why the feds or whoever took out a Marilyn Monroe. They don't want someone to be able to talk like that, and especially Marilyn was drinking a lot and taking whatever she was taking and getting a little mouthy about maybe things she saw at the White House or whatever she was exposed to. And so I don't think they wanted anything like that to be possible again. But you can kind of, yeah, you kind of felt that she's lived beyond beyond where people feel comfortable with what what she knows about. Because I think immediately, and this may have been a publicity thing for her. You never know if these are just companies doing these kind of weird press releases to get eyes on the biography, the documentary thing. But immediately she had some comment or something. I don't know if it was an interview or part of a statement that, she was harassed by Tim Allen on the set of whatever that sitcom was that he was in with the Tool Time. Like he was the host of some TV show in there, and she was like the co-host or whatever in that fake TV show in the TV show. And so she made some comment that he harassed her right away, like in the first episode or whatever. And that may have been just to get attention for the documentary, or it just may be someone that's tired of all the abuse and bullshit that they had to put up with, and now they're just going to talk about it. And that's, I think, feels very dangerous for a lot of people that have misbehaved. Everyone's thinking about, wait, what did I do in front of Pam Anderson when I was working with her? Yeah, it's funny. I think it's still a thing in China, but I think that has kind of, that era, that Marilyn Monroe era, was the end of that in America, where, powerful politicians would point at a celebrity and say, send her to my hotel room. I think they're done doing that because we haven't had any of those scandals in a long time. Maybe that's what another thing that made people so uncomfortable with Trump is he's still the kind of guy that would do that, get interested in somebody and ask some management or whatever to get them. I've heard that's still a common thing in China. So they're still kind of in that era of the powerful politicians aren't. That's not too dangerous for them to do because they don't worry about them talking. So it's a thing that's done. But you've always heard that someone gets a TV commercial or whatever, and everyone in Los Angeles has a TV and is watching it. So you have these more powerful people, more established people in the in the system that notice some new girl on the scene, and they say, yes, send her to my house tonight. And that could be interpreted by the actress as, well, here's my big break, here's my chance to meet somebody that could actually do things for me. And who knows what actually happens after that. But it's not it's very odd. It's very odd that that may be completely gone. Everyone has to, and it's not a bad thing, everyone has to watch themselves so much more, but the benefit of being a scumbag that's climbed a ladder is becoming less and less. All right. Yeah, I can't do... I wish I could do like a haze. Maybe I can come up with something that kind of looks like that. Just a haze of spray paint. So actually this one... What is it? This one. I won't need this, but I'm not deleting it yet. I'll just put it somewhere and make sure I'm saving everything. Okay. Yeah, if they're kind of facing each other like a gunslinger style. All right. Yeah, but the one underlying thing in that Pamela Anderson thing that I thought was interesting is her wanting to be taken seriously. And you can't, like, once you make that step, like once you go from being a Labatt's girl to Playboy model, I don't think you're ever going to be able to get out of that and step into some sort of legitimacy, or people are going to respect you for doing some work or whatever. Maybe she could have gone into like comedy, like she could have done more comedic work and things to establish herself more mainstream. But I think, yeah, there's just this weird prejudice, and because it is such a shortcut, if you take that shortcut, that's the kind of the thing you give up, is ever being able to be legitimate. Everyone is always going to see you as the eye candy, or the reason that you're hired. But you can see in her later years that she's she really wants some sort of legitimacy. That would be a huge thing. And when she's talking about her career, she's definitely talking about, like, not and because that's the thing. I mean, that's the thing with modeling. You take advantage of your looks, and your looks are there is a time limit. There is there's only so far they're going to take you. So if you ride that success, then you kind of get what you asked for, as far as limited viability, or whatever you would call it. All right, wait, let's do brushes from here. I think I can find things more easily. So I guess just the biggest, what's going on here? Big. There we go. So I'll try to do kind of a cloud. And I'll put these guys on top of that. So turn this off. Oh, shoot. Wrong way. Wrong ones. Okay, here and here. There we go. So then, so I put them out of order, yeah. These go above, and these go below. There we go. And then this will be... All right, yeah, I'll just do multiply for now. Actually, though, I don't want it to go... I don't want it to have that edge. So let me... should I just redraw it? Yeah, maybe just redraw it. But I don't want it to go over that edge so much. Yeah, there we go. Just kind of have a... something like that. We'll see how this colors. Okay. Yeah, so... yeah, strange. I don't understand the timing of that or anything. Get this away for now. So red versus blue. And yeah, so like a nice red. Okay, and just a yellow, bright yellow for those. There you go. Yeah, very odd stuff. I think it's going to get more and more strange what goes on to streaming services as they lose their endless funding. But that's too bad. I mean, some of the niche stuff that was getting greenlit is gone, so the kind of golden age of streaming has ended. But there was so much garbage, produced because of that as well. So not the worst. Not the worst thing that could happen. All right. Yeah, I guess that's going to be enough. And I'll do a yeah, kind of that Krylon logo. Oops, I keep doing this. Come on. Yeah, the 3 colors. So this one will be blue. Did I close it? Yep. And this one will be red. I guess that's the crop tool. There we go. And then I guess we'll write a name. And then just fade this all down a little. Yeah, so it looks like it's printed more. Little less. There you go. The spray paint war. Oh, that's right. So I have to. Oh, that's right. I'm going to have to divide the. Or maybe just pop out the. Mask those out. Yeah, it's probably the easier thing to do. And then just go here and mask those out. There. That was the easier way to do it. Yeah, so visually something a little more unusual than the typical typical cartoon. Oh, wait, I gotta make sure I'm back. Yeah, on the pencil. Okay. At this resolution, sometimes I don't notice that I'm on a very smudgy, blurry tool. So it's easy to make mistakes. So I need that sharp line so that, yeah, can reduce the aliasing and everything. Okay. This is great. Shadows in the shadows. Okay. And then, yeah, I don't think, yeah, a little bit. Especially shows up in that blue nicely. That's kind of confusing. Maybe let's not do that. All right. So a room with proper ventilation. A proper ventilation joke. The importance of proper ventilation. Actually, let's trim this down a little. It's looking a little crazy. There we go. so I don't forget. Proper ventilation. If I can spell it. Alright, so this is all visual. Probably no verbal. Alright. Oh, and we've got this. Put this down a little bit. Oh, I think this joke will be good, right? Right. They formed, once assembled, they formed a super robot. Alright. Oh, it's way too bright. There we go. Okay, so here, let's do yellow, this cap, and then maybe red for the sprue. Good old bright red. All right. Well, it looks like technically we're hanging in there. That's good. I have no idea what that was said. I don't know if it's a memory thing or what, but yeah. Whatever sets off that there we go. Sets off that video card. It's brutal. Okay. Oh, I didn't do eyes. I can't believe. Just too worried about getting that paint cloud correct. I didn't do eyes on the previous one. I do your eyes. I make your eyes. I design your eyes. Is that the line? I'm trying to remember the line from Blade Runner without sounding too strangely, strangely Chinese. Okay, let's put a label here. That's a funny thing that, I mean, I guess they have relatives and things that have those accents, but like I think about like Pat Morita doing his Japanese accent for Mr. Miyagi and everything. Like he has to fake it, like he's imitating some uncle or whatever because he probably doesn't speak. I can't remember if he, maybe he didn't even speak Japanese. Like a lot of, Nisei, like second generation, they, wanted to get as far away from their original language and culture as possible. They didn't have any pride in it. It was much different. And it was very likely that he didn't speak a word of Japanese, but he had to do that Daniel-san kind of accent. Yes. Oh, yeah, I don't want to do the Ukrainian flag. Okay, let's not do... switch it to green. I don't want to do... orange. There we go. Yeah, something like that. I don't think that's a real color combo, but it looks like a label. Okay. Yeah, you know I've totally lost it when I just don't even draw eyes on this cartoon anymore. I just draw like little weird still lives and write something strange. All right. What's going on with this shadow? It's looking weird. Okay, let's try to... It's a very long... Okay, let's just cut it off. It doesn't need to have the same shape. Something a little more reasonable. Okay. Okay, so eyes. Wow, this one is odd. Okay, whoops. Not being able to see through the proper ventilation joke. Everyone's been waiting for that. Yeah, so something a little different, a little hazy. Yeah, I gotta be careful. I might have to redo that if I print it. There's nothing. Oh, should I make it even darker? Okay. Oh no, there is a little flat spot there. So, yeah, let's try to make it as... it's hard to not hit that edge, because if this is going to float like in the middle of a page on a book, I don't want it to have a... oops, come on. I don't want to have a flat spot. There we go. Yeah, just kind of have a cloud that dissipates very quickly, so that it's at least centered in the image, so I don't have that weird, weird direct line. So should it be darker though? That's pretty dark. Oh, you see the green screen fucking up. I thought I had the I'd worked out the angle of this light completely, but I guess not. I'm still getting my weird shadow. I guess it's not. Yeah, I angled it, but it needs to be higher, I think. So not that dark. Yeah, you can barely see. That's actually funny there. Funnier though, isn't it? I wonder. But it just looks like too much like night. It doesn't look like mist. So I get the the whatever propellants from the can. Let's try it like that. So trying to yeah, still trying to get the light thing worked out. But once I can get that angle working better, yeah, I had to actually take it apart and turn the little joint around. It was facing the wrong way, so I can angle it back. But then when you angle it back, I think now I'm limiting the angle, so I need to put it up because it's not hitting the green screen. As you can see, it's not hitting the green screen enough. One thing I never thought I would spend so much time on is keying. I don't think anybody did. That's like a bad special effects, like in-camera special effects video stuff from a long time ago. All right. Yeah, who knew all that learning on video toasters and everything was going to be so valuable in the future? Because everyone would be desktop video editing. Okay, so let's... oh, maybe just a little bit brighter, more metallic for the metal on these. Oh, actually, I think it needs to just be white. more metallic look. Okay. Okay, so I guess now it is archive time. Okay, so let's go take a look at... I'll show you the two cartoons from last week, and then the archive. Oh, I guess we're starting in the archive. So let's remember March 4th, 2008. So here are the last two. So this was 31st of January, he often tricked himself into thinking he had options. So as hopefully it comes across as it's the flashlight wishing he could have a different bulb. And 26th was, without warning, he went from a miracle of modern technology to a useless glass and metal slab. Yeah, I was just thinking about how much we tolerate that now that batteries are welded onto... it's not welded. Yeah, they are soldered, thank you, onto motherboards and stuff inside these things. I heard, though, that the biggest motivation for them to do that, it felt like a screw the customer kind of move, but the biggest motivation for them to do that is because that was the thing in cell phones that was valuable that they couldn't protect. So people would steal cell phones to take the batteries out because the batteries had a better secondary market than the phones themselves. And of course, once the software for tracking and everything got up and running, cell phone theft wasn't very lucrative. But if the batteries were removable, the phone would last longer. But that was the thing that was valuable to criminals. I have no idea if that's true or not, but you do have to think, now stealing an iPhone is a pretty useless thing to do just because of how much protection it has. I mean, you have to really know what you're doing and completely disable it right away. I think to get much use out of it, but still, I think it's probably identifiable. There's probably serial numbers or something in it that will be able to identify it. So who knows? Anyhow. Oh, yeah. And then that was, we already did this guy. All right. So let's go back to, did I say March? Let's see if that is correct. March 4th. Yes. Okay. All right. Sorry. So I probably didn't have those. God damn. Well, we'll keep trying. So the barrage of tennis practice was always the hardest on the beverages. The poor thermos. I don't know why the thermos is full of Gatorade, but you never know. So March 6th, 2008, the dustpan agonized over the small amount of dirt always just out of his reach. The plight of the dustpan. Oh, there's those bookends I was just drawing. The bookends realized they could no longer hold anything together. And they're the kind of bookend where you put the weight of the book, inside the bottom of the L so they don't move. So the books actually become their own bookend. Yeah, that's very Japanese style. So March 13th, 2008. She had trouble telling him that his size and weight made him less attractive. Oh, power plugs, whatever those. What is Transformers? Is that what they call them? The big bricks. March 18th, 2008. In her crumpled condition, she knew. Even more. Phone messages would go unremembered. A crumpled memo pad. March 20th, 2008. The debate over seasoning raged on through the entire meal. Peppermill versus, I don't know, some jalapeno sauce, some hot sauce versus black pepper. How exciting. March 25th, 2008. USB flash memory hated bringing his work home with him. Wah, wah. Oh. All right. Wait, here's a great fuck you comment. Yay. Where's the punchline, guys? Guys, your joke sucks. All right. Nice. So we have Oops, come on. We have a wonderful quote. Where is 15 years ago? An insult I haven't felt for 15 years. And let me get the yes. Where is the punchline indeed? And there's a oh, there's another comment. Did somebody answer or somebody say, "Yeah, fuck this guy. Needs to be fixed." Needs to be fixed. Something is okay. Yes, needs to be fixed. It sucks. Okay. That's weird. Yeah. Interesting reaction. So this is obviously the very beginning of people finding this cartoon and people having any yeah, any enjoyment from it, any kind of just kind of getting the tone. Wonderful comments. I knew we'd eventually find some. March 27th, 2008, English breakfast was disgusted by the rampant disregard for his brewing instructions. Oh, no. Yeah, they always have brewing instructions on the side of tea, just in case it's the first time you've ever encountered tea. April 1st, 2008, the amount of emotion he witnessed daily was becoming too much. Emotional. That's a really wonky drawing, too. Yeah, these are still in the era of marker drawings. So yeah, there's some pretty crazy ones. So April 3rd, 2008, the jar of strained peas knew he shouldn't care if he was eaten or simply smeared on every surface. Bibby jokes. April 8th, 2008, she resented his exactness while he hated her need to be turned to turn everything upside down to feel useful. All right, a stopwatch. April 10th, no one saw his annoying blinking as a cry for help. Yeah, the flicker of the fluorescent tube. The keys to the kingdom were less than impressive. Oh, yeah, thinking of like maintenance keys on that little retractable cord. So like a key that opens every door. Not impressive. All right. April 17th, 2008. Yeah, this is kind of a rough period. I'm losing my losing the tone a little bit. The pens feared that they were being used to create some sort of super weapon being taken apart. Yeah, I just remember that. There were always things like your classmates would try to show you with ballpoint pens, like things you could do to make stuff to shoot things out of a pen or whatever by using the spring and the kind of body of the pen itself, the tube of the ballpoint pen itself to launch stuff. I always forget, yeah, but I remember from childhood that being a popular discourse. So April 22nd, 2008, her life was one long series of unsharpened pencils. Yeah, I remember. I don't even know if that's a thing now. Like, do classrooms even have pencil sharpeners now? I think it's all probably they prefer mechanical pencils, but when you'd buy your school supplies for the beginning of the year, at home, I think we had a pencil sharpener, but it was not easy, not easy to access. So you bring a bunch of unsharpened pencils to school. April 24th, 2008. They knew they shouldn't let their novelty shapes influence any of their decision. Shouldn't let their novelty shapes influence any of their decision. Decision to maybe be together. Hey, dude, how's it going? Dude CX is here. Yeah, just going through some old archives. So we've gotten through March and April. I think we'll try to get through May and see. It's not a great period in the cartoon, though. The multivitamin was collapsing under the strain of providing so many missing nutrients. All right, a vitamin jug. That's a crazy color for a vitamin bottle, but sure. May 6th, Even with unlimited refills, he felt humbled by espresso. I think that the phrase humbled by espresso was what I thought was so funny, but I didn't actually end up using it very well. May 8th, 2008. Everything he ever hoped to be written. No, what? Everything he ever hoped to be was written on a popsicle stick. Oh, right. So like using the envelope of the seeds or writing on a popsicle stick what the plant is going to be. So yeah, the plant may never grow, but it's hoping to be, green peppers or whatever. That's the joke. Although there's not even writing on the stick. That would have helped the joke a little. May 13th. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Valentine. Yeah, definitely some Valentine. There's a lot of good stuff there. A lot of good meat on that bone for Valentine's jokes. Yeah, I think there were some in previous years, but yeah, I'll do some this year. I think that's a good idea. It's very fun because originally this whole cartoon was about relationships, anyhow. So of course Valentine's Day has to be the most abusive day. So May 13th, he was a Manila envelope in a white bulk rate world. So everyone is sending a bulk rate advertisements, and he's still a big old Manila. So May 15th, her unpredictability came from the fact that she was last year's bus schedule. So she was obsolete. Nice. And I'm obviously in Japan at this point because I'm making Japanese food jokes. Their presence at every meal was more out of obligation than desire. Oh, look at the tiny eyes. You can barely see them. Oh yeah, he's got eyes too, kind of. Yeah, so that was a real thing that I never kind of nailed down because I'm drawing on the same size piece of paper every time for these cartoons, so it should have a scale and a balanced look and a line that works. But every time I switch to a new Sharpie, I literally, if I didn't take it and just crush the tip on the on a hard surface, the line was very, very, like, those tips started out very, very thin, and so if I started drawing with them, and you can tell they gradually get thicker as the same marker, like, it's more and more worn. So sometimes when I switch to a new pen, I get these thin lines, and I like the look of the line, but it's not very consistent. Like if you just compare, well, I guess yeah, all of these are new pen cartoons. Yeah, see, yeah, we're really thin right now. So obviously I'm using a new marker. And I was really trying to ration them out too, because I think I bought a box of like 12, and I wouldn't switch to a new one until the last one was actually kind of stuttering and dry enough to screw things up. All right, May 22nd. There was only so much he could do to enhance the decorative quality of mashed potatoes. Yeah, I used to have to clean out, when I was washing dishes, clean out those big kind of pastry pouches that have mashed potatoes that have just been sitting for who knows how long, so they're just completely solidified in the tip of those things. That was not fun. Don't read the caption. Just staring at the drawing, it's weirder that way. I'm definitely not getting any fans yet. This is really I love needs to be fixed. Your cartoon needs to be fixed because it sucks. All right. Okay, we're still in May. Just don't read the caption. Just look at the drawing. It's weirder. Yeah, this is before they really upped the kind of discoverability and the social aspects of the site. It was just any rando could get onto this site and just comment and harass the cartoon. Anyhow, May 27th. This was one of those moments when he cursed his amazing bonding ability. Yes, because now his cap is stuck to the counter. All right. A couple of likes. It doesn't. I thought it said. Oh, it doesn't say. When you like comments, it usually says. All right. And I think that's it for... Oh, one more. So May 29th. He felt the odd sensation of rising with yeast and sinking into despair. Rising and falling. And June. There we go. June 3rd. Oh, there we go. The light bulb tried to estimate the flash point of pink bubblegum. It was heating, slowly heating up the pink bubblegum. All right. So we'll stop there and we'll do June, July, August next time because it's 2 a week. So many fewer in a month now. Well, I thought I hung in there a lot longer, but I did give up pretty quick. It was only 2 years. And I think it was because in the process of moving to Japan, I stopped the ability to like sit and do huge numbers of cartoons at once. It became a lot more difficult with what I was doing and how we were living and everything to get cartoons done. And so since I knew I still had a bit of a backlog, I asked to switch to 2 a week. And because I haven't really been discovered yet, it didn't have much effect on the the ad revenue and stuff. But yeah, it's very, very odd. All right, what are we doing here? Oh, we're writing some cartoons. Whoa, it's getting even worse. Oh, wait. There we go. No. Yeah, so I've got the angle really bad now for this light. It's got to go up because there's shadow like on this top edge. So I've got a dirty, filthy looking green screen. All right. So let's lower this. Oh, I can put this up now since I think I'm finished drawing it. Yeah, and so with the Sharpie, you can't get that kind of flexibility, that variation of line width unless you use different size pens. I could a little bit, like putting pressure on that point. You can get a little bit of variation, but of course the way that I'm doing it now, I'm getting a lot of variation on the line width and doing thinner detail lines and things. So the style has changed, or hopefully, as some say, evolved. All right. Oh, damn. No problem, K5. Hope it wasn't anything serious. No tragedy-related phone call. Just something simple. Or work-related? I don't know. Okay. So, yeah. So something about, assembling a giant robot. Combining their powers, they formed combining the gene. What? Combining, right? Combining their powers. They formed super robot. Maybe the joke can be like they slowly formed, like they assembled. Basically, they assembled something. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's gonna completely understand like what these are because it's kind of the Japanese version of things. I think that's super glue. Oh, which I have right here. Actually, I didn't do it right, but yeah, this is like Japanese plastic cement looks like this. So that's kind of what I drew. So hopefully people will get the reference there. Yeah, I think like Gundam model kits and stuff are exported enough that people have seen them. And I think even the because this is Mr. Hobby, but the Tamiya and all that, those brands have gotten to the model builders of the world. Although who yes, like the Avengers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was thinking like but in a kind of lame way, right? Like so combining their powers, they slowly formed a super robot. There we go. Yeah, we'll see if anybody gets what the hell I'm talking about. Or a Gundam. All right. Slowly. Assembled would be better, but I think forming, like, I'm thinking of that. Yeah, the lion robots forming a Voltron. I'm thinking more like that. Oh, and my proper ventilation joke. Okay. So realizing the necessity, realizing the importance of proper ventilation. After the spray paint duel, so realized they quickly. Is this going to be a joke that needs fixing? Where's the punchline? They quickly realized the need for proper ventilation. There's an extra space. Yeah, there's not enough joke there, is there? That one guy is gonna be disappointed again. I bet that'd be cool if they had analytics enough to see, like, once somebody had just been like, screw this cartoon, and like went away, if they ever came back, because I bet that was the end for that guy. All right. So proper ventilation, yeah, some sort of the original idea was that, yeah, they were like having some sort of disagreement, or trying to be the dominant color or whatever in the whatever was being painted. Oh, so yeah, maybe something like that. They're So their conflict there. Yeah, I've been really bad today with vocabulary. Vocabulary. More than a one-word vocabulary. Dispute, quarrel, squabble. So disagreement over the correct color. Yeah, let's actually type in the file. Their disagreement over the correct color underlined the need for proper ventilation. What a novel. Well, it's not that long. It felt longer. Their disagreement over the correct color underlined the need for proper ventilation. Yeah, that's not. I don't think spray can fight is obvious enough. And maybe I would have to show them the cans actually colored with the opposite color, the opposing color. Or maybe they're just their disagreement. It can be more vague about what was happening. Let's see. Is there a funnier word than underlined? Underscore, pick out, emphasized, italicized. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's a weird highlighted, stressed. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. But underlined is not good. It drew attention to, emphasized. Underscore, underline. Yes. Came back from meeting Jesus. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it should be. He wasn't sure if it was the paint fumes or he was actually seeing another can of paint. Yeah. He didn't know what he was seeing. Oh, would that be more fun? Like a mirage or a proper ventilation stuck in my head because it gets across the fact that that's supposed to be paint, a cloud of spray paint or propellant or whatever. But yeah, it might be funnier if he wasn't sure if it was the fumes. Color options, yeah. Yeah, let's see. So a closed, yeah, closed window, and nothing an open window wouldn't solve. Let me just try the little gag with the colors of the paint on them. Let's see if what that looks like, because that might get across a or that might make the disagreement funnier. Oops. Maybe. So he will have blue. So this guy will be blue. And this guy will be red. Actually, yeah, maybe just not over the nozzle. But let's see if that gets lost in the cloud. A little bit. Yeah, I think that's fine. Does that make it better? Yeah, maybe multiply. Wow, it doesn't. Oh, I like that. That burn looks better. Red gets you higher than blue does. Nice. Yeah, they were trying to figure out which one got you more messed up. Yeah, what was somebody had a term for just huffers, but I think because so the kids that would huff paint, so they'd spray paint into a like a paper bag with a plastic bag inside of it, and then just breathe the fumes. But the metallic paints had better or different propellant, so kids would huff gold and silver paints, but then they would get like the linings of their, like you could see the edge of their nose and everything, they'd have silver. And I think that's where the idea for the War Boys in Fury Road came from. I think that's why that visual, because they're all skinny boys, or they're all like supposed to be young men, and them spraying metallic paint on their face like is reminiscent of that, like paint huffing kid character. So it's funny, there's a lot of like weird funny images and references that bounce around in a lot of that George Miller stuff, but I think that's what that is. But I thought I heard once upon a time a funny slang for those kids. Like there was a funny nickname for that huff paint. No, this is just caring for your kids. Slang term. Come on. Where's my Urban Dictionary link? That's funny. Hey, unknown girl. How's it going? Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. That would be great. Yeah, a mirror. That's a good idea. Yeah, my original idea was they're having some kind of paint showdown, so they painted each other and filled the room with propellant. All right. I thought that was funny. What is huffing and why do people do it? Come on. I thought for sure there was maybe that was just in like a short story or something. And it was a reference to that. Yeah. Yeah, just talking about huffing. No name for the kids that actually do it. It might be like a British slang. so it doesn't come up easily because Urban Dictionary is dominated by American slang. Wow. Where is a lot of this coming from? A schizo is someone who likes explosions from paint thinner or loud bangs. Yeah, there isn't. Isn't anything beyond paint huffing. Yeah, sniffing glue. Yeah. Oh, interesting. A huffer can also mean a bully or a drug addict gets high by inhaling. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Glue sniffing too. Yeah, that's right because the like model glue and stuff. Yeah, and still, I don't think it can get you high, but it gives me really bad headaches sometimes. And the super glue, the if I have to use a lot of super glue for like model kit stuff, sometimes I'll notice that the fumes very lightly like coat the inside of your nose, so it feels really strange. Like a very small amount really screws up the lining of your nose, so your nose feels really like itchy and strange for a long time, and it takes a while for it to wear out. Yeah, a lot of metal models you need to use super glue. All right, their disagreement underlined the need for proper ventilation. Maybe that comes across. I guess I still am stuck on the spray paint fight. Combining their powers, they slowly formed a super robot. It's another very Japanese cartoon. All right. Okay, I think that'll do it. I don't think it's going to get better. And do I have the years correctly? One more time. I think something popped up. Let's see here. Oh, there's just two references. The disagreement underlined the need for proper ventilation. Nice. Oh no! Oh wow, that's crazy. Oh yeah, gluing an eyeshadow. That's scary. Yeah, I've had some really dicey. And I remember even as a kid, like using super glue and doing stupid things like not realizing how thin it was, and it would just like run down. So you're like you're holding two pieces, you're gluing something, holding two pieces together, but you use too much, and the glue is like seeping down, like and the capillary action or whatever is just like it's running down the inside of you, and so you're holding something, and then you go to take your hand away, and your hand is completely glued to the thing you're trying to fix. I remember doing that as a kid, having no idea what I was doing. I shouldn't have had super glue, I imagine, at that age. Okay, and the other one, combining their powers, they slowly formed a super robot. I think this one will be fine. Yep. All right. Nice. Yeah, that would be so scary. Yeah, glue with the eye. If it was, I don't know if it would be any better. I think if it was like PVA glue, like the white glue, like school glue, maybe it'd be a little less scary. But that real horrible chemical, especially the fumes and everything of super glue, scary. I've heard though, like if you accidentally super glue something together, you want to break something apart that's been super glued. If you freeze it, it tends to weaken that bond enough. You can just pull it apart. So it's not very durable. And so they say things like that plastic glue that actually melts the plastic together is actually a much stronger bond. Of course, you can only use it for two plastic pieces. But yeah, super glue can be undermined. And remember that a few years back, the girl that put the Gorilla Glue on her hair to slick her hair back, and they tried to, I think it was just isopropyl alcohol or something. They tried to, it would soften it again, but it wouldn't melt it away. Like it just made it more pliable. That was insane. I can't believe there's a video of a woman putting like the world's strongest glue in her hair. That's insane. Ugh. But it's a good way to get money from that company, I guess. You didn't say on the bottle, don't put it in your hair. Don't use it as a hairstyling product. It didn't say that. Yeah, it's crazy. Wow, interesting. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy that I'm definitely amazed that I survived as many stupid things I did as a kid without more scars and damage. Well, hopefully this will work. All right. Sorry, put these in the folder so I don't forget to upload them. Yeah, there's supposedly a way where you can create a directory that auto uploads. I should do something like that. I forget what, maybe there's like a scripting language or something in Dropbox or something where you can auto. See, everything that I put in here, I want you to put there. But I haven't set that up ever. Okay, there we go. And this one. Wow, so the 2nd and the 7th is when these cartoons go out. I'll just revert that. Wow. Yes. I know, unknown girl, that was so crazy. Yeah, I don't know what that was, if that was actually kind of a scam to try to, because doing it so publicly, like doing it on social media like that, getting a company to, embarrassing a company or trying to, like, you know, get something out of them. I don't know if that's what it was or not. Oh, I just got notified the woman that I've been working with for 20 years now to do the cartoon. She's leaving Go Comics, so she's getting a new. She's got a new job, and yeah, so Sheena. So Sheena won't be at Go Comics anymore. So that was nice. She was always very helpful, very friendly and nice. Yeah, easy to talk to whenever I had a problem or anything with any cartoons, like uploading or whatever. Like all the texts were usually pretty unfriendly or just, you know, just cold. But she was always very nice to talk to. So I'll have to write her and see where she's off to. But yeah, she's been there for a while. So yeah, it was early 2000s. So yeah, she's probably been there 20 years. The whole length of my cartoons life. There we go. Sorry, I'm just doing the exciting, it's the exciting FTP part of the stream. All right, so those should go up. But yeah, it feels very end of an era. Okay. Yeah, I will figure this out. I guess I just have to angle the because there's like a support rod on a with a weight on it that is holding this big light box above my head, and I just need to angle it a little bit higher, and so I don't have that dingy corner. Or I guess just angle the camera down and just get nice and low. All right. Oh yeah. So now we'll catch up on the. Uh-oh! Somebody is crying. Some little kid walking past. All right. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Wow, lots of history on this thing that we missed last month. Okay, so let's go to the convenience store. And I've got quite a few things we can take a look at this week to try to make up for my my failure last week. So let's see what we got. All right. So I guess we'll do what we missed last time. So last time, and I apologize that they didn't they didn't remain intact. They were opened between last week and this week, but I got two flavors. So there's a regular chocolate flavor, just a very standard chocolate flavor, and then the other two flavors that they do. Oh, and they're keying out are strawberry and green tea, just like everything else in Japan that comes in a strawberry and green tea. But we're talking. I guess we'll do this one. We're talking this week, and yeah, you can check out that awesome foil. Look at that, ooh, foil on the package. Okay, it has been opened, so it's just, this is not a virgin opening. So Melty Kiss. So Melty Kiss is this Meiji chocolate brand that it's become really synonymous with wintertime in Japan. And you can see they decorated the box with snowflakes and everything. Like you can get it year round, but when a new flavor comes out or the bulk of them hit the stores, it's very much a winter is here kind of thing. So the idea was a kind of like a truffle, kind of one of those very rich singular chocolate snacks, and it melts very easily. So the chocolate itself is very raw and there's not a lot of wax or anything in it, so it's very soft. You could probably just take one and just smush it, in your hands very easily. And so you can see it from the box. So it's a small cube, and they're covered with cocoa powder so that they don't instantly melt in your fingers, but they do melt very quickly in your mouth. So yeah, Melty Melty Kiss. It's a very this is a very strange explanation of it, and it's in the 5th place on Twitter's sweets list. Nice. But here we go. We'll do the Meiji. So Meiji is the company that makes this. And I think we've tried a lot of their chocolate. So it's very seasonal, but it seems to always be around. I mean, it's supposed to be winter. So launched in '92, and it's supposed to represent the tranquility of winter by creating chocolate as smooth as snow. The soft, delicate flavors of the Melty Kiss product line are available in milk, dark, strawberry, matcha, green tea, and some other flavors occasionally. Yeah. Nice. Ooh, and they make them in for China too. That's too bad. But so it's a box like this. That's why it easily can be opened, because they're individually wrapped. So it's very easy. You see these sitting a lot on desks, people's desks and stuff in offices, because so it's a very cutie kind of romantic style for selling chocolate, which I guess makes sense. It's chocolate is Valentine's and all that good stuff. So the flavored ones have kind of a center, but they all kind of look the same. I don't think there's any visual, so you would only know from the packaging. Yeah, they all visually look like this. So kind of like a, what is the chocolate, the constipation chocolate? I can't think of the name of it, but they kind of look like that. No, they're just a little cube of chocolate, and they look more high end, because a lot of what they call the raw chocolate, or namachako in Japan, is like these little cubes, and you have like a little fork or like a toothpick that you eat them with, because they're very hard to pick up. They're very soft. So it's very much like that, but it's dusted with cocoa. So I'm holding it for too long, so it is actually melting in my fingers. But it's a really soft. So right away the powder goes away. And the chocolate hits you, and this one is flavored. So the chocolate itself is flavored. So it's not actually just only a center. There is a center of more strawberry flavor inside, but the chocolate itself is already tasting very strawberry flavored. So they're really nice. They just completely melt away. They're very soft, and they completely melt away in your mouth. So very nice. This is probably one of the nicer, like a more high-end chocolate experience from just a grocery store or a convenience store or whatever. Surprisingly, sit back in the light. surprisingly, like, luxurious or whatever for just something cheap. So they really did a good job of recreating a more expensive, chocolate taste in just a tiny. You saw the size of it, just a tiny little cube. So strawberry is good. Always strawberry is a nice match for chocolate. And I'm never sure. I don't know why they always do this. There's always green tea chocolate, and there's always various comment. Oh, this is keying out really bad, isn't it? Yeah. This is also metallic, or it has like a foil foil coloring. So all that stuff that's keying out is actually metallic. So that's, for me, there's only a few things I've had that have been chocolate and green tea that have tasted good, that have been in kind of in balance, because matcha is so bitter. It's super bitter, but it's also very green, very organic. I'm trying to think it has a very earthy, weird flavor, and so it doesn't mix that well with chocolate. So if the chocolate kind of needs to be hyper sweet or creamy or something to balance off that strange thing that green tea does. So it's very rare that these actually are in good balance. So here, yeah, you can't. Yeah, the outside isn't. You can't discern. So once you get this out of the wrapper, you have no idea what flavor it is. But this is the green tea. Well, that's another thing they did. Yeah, so this one is like a milk chocolate, and it's a little sweet. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing that they do. Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the chocolate and green tea. Like, seem to fight flavor wise. But the name of this flavor is First Flush Green Tea. So there's like these weird, blushing and shy, romantic kind of weird terms for how they name things for this line. Because I think the idea is, yeah, shared, romantic chocolate in the winter time. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, matcha is strange. They have recently incorporated some liqueur inside, like some brandy or rum, I think. So that's not a. Yeah, I always hate chocolate and liquor desserts. So the chocolate is made with cocoa butter that requires a temperature of 28 Celsius or below. I guess that's why they're a winter. That's why they're specially made for winter, because they survive better. Because that little coating of cocoa powder doesn't mean that they won't melt in the wrapper if it's too hot. So they probably don't survive very well in summer. So yeah, that's why they specifically want to have it stored, and probably only release it in the winter, so there's a better chance that it won't get ruined on the shelf, because it does get hot and humid. Yeah, but I did see recently they had a couple of liquor filled versions of it, which I wonder. I guess it would work pretty well because they melt pretty fast, and if there's a little liquid center. But when it's like cheap alcohol, it's usually pretty terrible. But yeah, this is so I think we might have talked about. I mean, years ago I might have talked about this, but yeah, Melty Kiss is a very, very standard, very recognizable sweet that comes out in the winter, and now we know why. Is because it melts too easily. The cocoa butter they use is way too fragile. And it's nice because it's not messy, and it's easy to open. It's not sticking to the wrapper or anything. And yes, so when you see these little boxes on the shelves, winter is here. And like I talked about before, Japan really loves the seasonal, constantly changing. Nothing's around too long. Like, it's limited edition, limited time, limited flavor. They really like that because the fear of losing something, or the feeling of like stuff going away and not being always available, is part of the pain of consumerism. I don't know. I don't know. Something like that. All right. So that was to make up for my failures last week. But this week I found something very fun. There's so many of these weird little kids snacks, and they still have like the penny candy. Some of the grocery stores and things still recreate these like penny candy sections where they have like literally little baskets with all these little snacks in them, and you can get the kids can get a little basket or something, a little tray to pick out an assortment of sweets. And so you'd have like your money from after school, and you'd stop at the sweets shop and pick up a bunch of the penny candies and little cheap toys, like little foam airplane, like little flyers and things. all kinds of stuff like this, and I think this definitely comes from that tradition. So here is, we'll get this on in so you can see it. Little Bob Dog cola cigarettes. So I think we tried the previous candy cigarette, the one that actually looks, it's a very mature packaging, so it actually looks like it could be an adult brand. But this obviously with Bobdog, I don't know what's going on with Little Bobdog, but very like 30s era, kind of silent film looking cartoon character. Let's see if the internet knows anything about Little Bobdog. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, there is the. Oh, no, I guess it is kind of an established. So, Little Bobdog license holder. Nice. Oh, let's see his exciting history. So a character. Oh, it's not that old. It looks, yeah, for me this looks so like old school. But yeah, 88. So he's only from 1988. So you probably, oh, so he was used for kids worksheets. So this character is like an educational character. So math worksheets, kanji, drill sheets. Little Bobdog was used, and so of course the Orion candy maker was licensed this character to get kids to notice. Hey, that's the kid from my homework. That's the character from my homework. I'm gonna. Oh, look at this though. The times, not even two rows. Not even two rows of cigarettes in there. A single row of 6. Oh my God! It doesn't say that on the front. Yeah, wow. There's only 6. I bet there used to be more. I bet this used to be bigger. But times have changed. Oh, and at the top, I don't know if you can see at the top in black and white, it says, "We support, we support your no smoking." So they're not encouraging you to smoke. They're not encouraging you to smoke. They just want you to be cool, right? So you can vape, but don't smoke. Yeah, and so they have the Orion brand on there. So I think these are going to be very similar. Yeah, they're the same kind of candy cigarette style. Ugh. But they're that fake cola, that simulated like too much cinnamon and nutmeg cola flavor. Yeah. Yeah, I forget what the flavor of the other ones, the more adult looking ones was, but it was much better. I think it was chocolate. I think they were chocolate flavored. They were this color, but they were chocolate. Those were much better. So I know I look cool, kids, but don't don't go down that road. Oh, so that's interesting. Yeah, so this is actually a character from worksheets of. So a powerful little dog that can do anything. Oh, and he has a girlfriend, Cherry, which she's not on there, is she? Nope. It's just Bobdog and another. Oh, there's a duck and a cat. Wow, there's a whole series of these really badly drawn characters. I guess they are very Japanese 80s style. This drawing is actually much nicer than some of the standard character art, probably for the worksheets. Uncle Bull. I think that's Uncle Bull in the background. So that's Bobdog and Uncle Bull. Taking the country by storm. Wow, they have lots of goods. Yeah, so I think it's one of those things that was characters that were just created for educational products that they then allowed them to license out. But these cigarettes are nothing to write home about. They're pretty rough. Yeah, it doesn't say anything besides "don't smoke, kids." Oh no, yeah, it says on the back there's only 6 inside. That's depressing. And they're 50 calories each. Yeah, but it's just sugar and some kind of thing that bonds it all together. Yeah, the flavor is pretty terrible. It's just that fake cola. A lot of the gummy candies and stuff have the same style. Pretty badass. Candy cigarettes, I think, are my thing. Yeah, but it's funny too, because they're like kid scale. Like an adult holding this, it looks ridiculous. It's some kind of medical, suppository or something. But yeah, this is like, say, imagine a little like 5-year-old kid with this little like cigarette proportionally sticking out of his mouth. So that's too bad. I was I mean, yeah, cola cigarettes, of course, that's what they're going to taste like. And an educational mascot is not going to have a an amazing following. All right, so those were Bobdog cola cigarettes. And so the last thing, so talking about the Melty Kiss is kind of made for the winter season, is kind of like, shared between couples, or kind of like there's always this romantic, stuff around it. But this is something, this just came up in the news a little bit, and we've done this one before, I think. I did a different version, maybe even like the ice cream bar version of this. But Black Thunder, Buraku Sanda, is a candy bar that's been around in Japan since the 70s, I think. I'll double check that just so I don't sound... Wikipedia shall tell us. But it was invented by the Iraku Candy Company. Oh, no, 94. It was the 90s. I thought it was the 70s. But introduced in the 90s. So the same time. So these are actually, yeah, at the same, almost the same time, same era, late 80s, early 90s. So they wanted to create a candy like specifically for university students. So something a little different that they could market specifically in the little, convenience stores and stuff around schools, and have it be not a kid's candy. And so I always, when I first saw these, I kind of stayed away from them because they look like, I don't know if you can see, yeah, they look like some kind of supplement, some protein supplement, they're like enhanced with some sort of bizarre Chinese herbs or something for energy. Like the packaging itself looks like all of those meal supplement kind of workout, snacks. And that was intentional because, students are always low on energy, but they wanted to make it look very energetic. But they didn't go heavily into advertising. They relied very strongly on word of mouth. And so it eventually became very, very popular. And I guess the athletic look meant that they could then sponsor. Yeah, they sponsored the men's gymnastics team in the 2008 Olympics. So yeah, they got a lot of promotion. It's funny because Red Bull and a lot of companies have done that. They're not like related to athletics, but they sponsor a lot of sports. So they have that weird association. But the design of this package always made me not want to try it because I had no idea what was inside. But it's basically like a cookie candy bar. It's got a really, really heavy, crunchy texture. So it's very good. It's very interesting. And I guess, more adult kind of flavor because it's not super sweet. So it's a candy bar with dark cocoa, cookie pieces mixed in a crisp rice style and fully covered. And then like a last pass of, so a lot of crunchy crud put together. Whoops, sorry, here we go. And then a last pass of dark chocolate over the top of it. So the dark chocolate makes it a little older, skewing a little bit older. And it's pressed relatively flat on 5 sides. So the top is left kind of rough looking. So, yeah, so you can see very cookie candy bar. So the cookie is dark like Oreo cookie. So it is very much like a chocolate, like if they've ever made an Oreo candy bar, it's probably very much like an Oreo candy bar, but which they don't have here. But everything is very dark and very black. So dark chocolate and then black, the dark cookie in the middle. So you can see there's more. There's all kinds of different like random little bits of stuff inside. So originally it was going to be a nut-filled candy bar with 3 kinds of nuts called Choco Nuts 3. However, they gave up on that idea and switched to cookies. Interesting. And originally it was only 7-Eleven that carried this, so making it maybe a little bit more, feel a little harder to find, a little more exclusive, but, still marketed at university students. So the reason that I bring this up, so I thought it's a little less impressive now, but because it only came out in the early 90s, but they finally had to raise their price on this candy bar. So this candy bar for the last 30 years has been the exact same price, which many things in Japan, that's not so remarkable for Japan, because the economy is stagnated, so the cost of everything, nobody's salary is increasing, so they can't raise the price of anything. So this candy bar has been the same price for 30 years, and they just recently had to raise it 30 yen, so about 30 cents, probably closer to like 20 cents in price, which is amazing. Like, and they're keeping it the same size. So the trick that some companies have done is they keep the price the same, but the actual contents are getting smaller and smaller inside to be able to compensate for the increase in ingredients, the cost of ingredients. But they finally had to raise the price of this candy bar, so it's the first time in a long time they just had to accept it. Sorry, we can't make it the same, and so we'll have to see how much that hurts sales. But it's really good. It's exactly like a dark chocolate Oreo bar. Oh yeah, dude. There's a company, Seven and I Holdings, that manages 7-Eleven and a lot of other things here. And I think it's like Disney World or Disneyland. Basically, Japan bought the rights to something and said they want to operate it domestically. So it's like a franchise. So most companies are like that in Japan. So even if the parent company dies, like Tower Records or what else? Toys R Us, all the companies that are kind of dead in the US, because they're managed separately, the brands still live and they have a kind of their own style, their management style, and even like their own inventory and stuff. So 7-Eleven here is pretty high ranking among the convenience stores because they have some really nice kind of high quality food, and their exclusive store brand things are actually pretty amazing. The quality of their store brand, like alcohol and sweets and things, is pretty good to compete with Starbucks and other new threats to convenience stores here. But yeah, I was really surprised to see that. So something that they specifically marketed at an audience and were able to be successful at it. Finally had to give up and say, yeah, it costs more now, so we're gonna have to raise the price. But it's good that they didn't just slowly make it a smaller, ridiculously small candy bar. But big satisfaction for the glutton was one of their slogans. Yeah, so it's funny because it looks like an energy or like a health product, similar to other Japanese kind of bodybuilding, like muscle milk kind of things that they have here. But it's not. It's very just a snack. It's not healthy at all. Just deliciousness, size, double the lightning strike. Some of their slogans are hysterical. Yeah, so that was the mini bar that was only available since 2008. But yeah, that's it. I was looking through like the penny candy section where I got my big Bobdog cigarettes. So yeah, it's really funny. They finally had to change. Oh, they tried in 2010 to do a white Black Thunder. I've never seen that. I'm sure it's not very good. Yeah, but when they always do the corresponding white chocolate stuff. It's funny. But I guess they've used that brand a lot. I've seen like a lot of ice cream snacks and things with the Black Thunder brand. So they're trying to diversify into other variations. Yeah, there's Black Thunder Gold with chocolate chips and coconut. Black Thunder Giant Golden Powdered, a limited edition with gold sprinkles. There's some other flavors, some Hojicha latte, manju, matcha. Oh yeah, so a lot of Ooh, interesting. I've never seen any of these. So maybe they were just like kind of failed attempts. A lot of matcha and other Japanese flavors. Weird. Corn potage thunder. Yeah. I don't think they ever got famous for doing those weird experimental flavors. And maybe they were terrible because I can't imagine like dark chocolate corn potage. I don't know. Wow, interesting. Tiramisu, yeah, caramel flavor. Yeah, so I've tried a bunch of different variations, but I don't remember seeing any of those in the store. So that may have been something that happened in the 90s and they just abandoned. But they're probably doing it in competition with Kit Kat. So Kit Kat is the most famous kind of cookie bar that has a million flavors. So that might have been what they were trying to do. Oh, they also have chibi thunder, little bite-sized pieces. chibi thunder. Oh, nice. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, so obviously I think they saw themselves in the same market as Kit Kat, and yeah, tried to compete in that way. But it's really good. I mean, if you ever, so one more little reminder. Yeah, so it's a very strange package, but if you ever see these in an import shop or whatever, and you like chocolate, it's definitely worth picking up, because it's just like a bunch of, Oreos and stuff crumbled into dark chocolate. It's good in that way. Very simple. It's not yeah, too complicated. Oh, unknown girl. What? What? I'm sorry. I just saw your question. What are you asking, or what are you curious about? I might have some extra time. Nice. Nice. Yes. 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 7-Elevens. Yeah. So what are you interested in, unknown girl? I might have time to do something if there's something that's come up or something you're thinking about. Yeah, because I was so short in my. Let me just double check. I say that now, and then I have to double check my phone. Yeah, I think I'm okay until maybe for another hour. So if there's something, just a quick pick. So if you look up Simply Keith on YouTube with a speech bubble saying stream today. Oh, okay, okay. Simply Keith. Okay, Simply Keith. Let me see. I'm not. Well, as you know, I'm not great with likenesses, with caricatures, but I might be able to come up with something. Oops. Let's try this. Nice. Oh. All right. Okay, so just a quick. Okay. So Simply Keith on YouTube, right? And so a speech bubble. So just him and a speech bubble saying stream today. Okay. I might be able to handle that. Simply Keith. Some of his shorts have pretty provocative titles. All right. So let's see. Let's see. It's not going to be. I'll try. I'll go very cartoony to cover up my lack of likeness. Maybe that'll help. Oh boy. So let me find my pen. Let's try. I guess I'll switch to some kind of different pen texture here. Classic brush liner. How about this? Yeah, so like a drawing brush. The name sounds familiar. I don't think I've watched his stuff, but no, I definitely heard that. I've heard that name before. I thought there was a reference to. I can't remember, and that might be. It might just be me mistaking something, because a lot of names sound familiar, or sound similar. All right, let's go really thin on this, so I can kind of, and maybe make it light, so it's more like a pencil. All right, so I don't want to be insulting. I don't want to draw. I like. There's some people that like specialize in ugly caricatures, like specifically, looking as weird as possible, which a lot of caricature, I think, is. It's make sure I get this done. So I'll go back and ink this. This is not. Doesn't have any. Any interesting qualities yet? Huh. So kind of a... Yeah, I'm so glad like I didn't decide to try to do this as you know, it was one of those people sitting in a sitting on a stool at a so maybe he's talking, right? And do ears. So this is just rough. I'll go back and like line this up and then do hairline. So maybe open mouth would be better. Something like this. And I'll find a I don't think it's gonna be so unflattering that maybe it won't go anywhere. It's a little... Oh, green screen of the store is still up. Thank you, Unknown Girl. I'm back to drawing, so you have no idea what I'm doing. I think I'm going to keep it this way. I like that you can't see what I'm drawing. Boom! All right, sorry. So keep the... I'm drawing in a... oh, that's right. We've got beard as well. So we've got like beard here as well to deal with. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm quite getting the essence of what's going on here. But let me. Oh, actually, and then I should figure out a pose. I did a tilted head. He's got a tilted head in one of the thumbnails that I liked, but maybe not if we want to fit this on a. Fit this on the whole page here. So like this. And he's got a V-neck? No, not always. Yeah. Something like this. All right, so let's try to ink this in a way that it looks a little more coherent. So let me see if I got my... yeah. So that was kind of a pencil-y sketch mode. And feel free to give me any ways that you think this is not going well. All right. Yeah, the eyebrows I was making kind of dominant, but maybe not in a good way. And like this. I think I'll just do the face shape and I'll get the beard later. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, maybe not individual like that. I think all the beard, I'm actually gonna just do it like a flat color because he's got it very cropped very low. All right. All right. Oh, Unknown Girl, what are you getting me into? I think he's got particularly prominent ears, but it always looks more fun. like this. I want to change the scale of things. I don't know. Okay, so make it his nose maybe too wide. Okay, so now I'll go back and kind of thick, thin, which I should have done in the initial drawing, but yeah, just try to give things some. Oh, and this can be all black. Unless I want to do, no, I won't about that. Some detail here. So yeah, so I think I'll just do all that in color. And so just thicken, give some line variation. Yeah, so when I do skin color and everything, I'll go back and do beard. I think that'll work because it's, yeah, his beard isn't making a changing like the shape of his lip or anything, like his mustache or anything, because it's so close crop. So just color should be okay. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm getting any of his likeness in here. Yeah, there's people that have such a gift, and I think it's just because I'm not like looking, I'm not like measuring, you know, these distances very well, because that's all in a likeness is just the proportions of a face, and I'm so bad at proportions. I'm giving him little beady eyes. His eyes are actually not that beady. Oh wait, so maybe just do a little bit of this. Photoshop magic. So let's just, yeah, pull his eyes a little wider so they're not weird and beady in the middle there. But they are, yeah, he does have like, the brows are close. Okay, so this, wait. This, come on, D. This or this. And I like that has more character, but I think that looks more like him. Yeah, let's go with this. All right. And then, oops. Oh. Simply Keith. Save this. All right, so let's get rid of this and then get Keith looking a little bit more finished here. And, oh, play this again. So sharper nose, I think this isn't doing what we want to do here. Yeah, sharper nose be better. And the overall shape, I'm getting his head the wrong shape. This is all wrong. He's got a more, yeah, peaked head. Oh, wait, no, just, no, like that. Maybe I should just redraw it completely. Yeah, this is not good. Let's just raise it up a little bit and then get rid of the sides here. Yeah, it's not so mushroom shaped. And it'll look more better scale. Yeah, I was just trying to do some exaggeration, but I was like totally blowing the likeness by exaggerating off the scale here. Okay. So we've got a hairline. Gotta get across. Yeah, I think the eyes are still too... Let's try this. Eyes are still too wide. Or kind of too big and looking a little too strong. And then there's here. Hopefully that'll work okay with a mustache. All right. He just looks very annoyed and sleepy, which I don't think is his look at all. All right. Well, we'll keep working with this here. Okay, mouth is a little bit too big too, isn't it? Let's narrow his mouth a little bit. Go on. And so do his mouth open. His cheeks do not get this wide either. I don't know why I started doing this weird mushroom head. I think it's, yeah, partially that's to compensate for beard shape. Okay, so let's just try what the beard would look like. So everything that's hair. So I'm just going to kind of block this in. And see how it looks. It's more, yeah, more thin. Okay, so it's coming together a little bit better here. And yeah, so I wanted all of this I wanted to make so that it looked more like. So no neck beard, and oh, there's a bit here as well. All right, so that is actually a different color. Let's see. Oh, and there is actually some, yeah, there's actually a little bit of this going on. I forget what that thing is called. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yes, yes. Let's get this going here. All right. No, we don't want to do too much cross hatching. We'll just make this as cartoony as possible. Oh, I didn't get to fixing this very well. All right. So how are we looking here? Yeah, making his head a little long, but he's also got his mouth open, so he's got a pointier nose than that. Okay, so if I do a pass of shadow, I think I can sculpt some of this a little bit better. Just try to render some of this out. So like underneath his nose, can make this, and then under his eyebrows. Yeah, I want this to look dark and shadowy. Let's see. And any lines? Not really a lot of lines on the forehead, but maybe we'll do some. I should do something. Some character. All right. I don't know. I'm sorry, Keith. I'm not very good at this. Oh, maybe, yeah, get the edge of the hairline here. And then just block all this in. So, yeah, some mass. And then we can do a color layer also. So this should be multiply. Oh, good. Working it. We can still like pull stuff around a little bit. I blame Unknown Girl 100%. This is all your fault. Oops. So I guess this is on multiply too. Yeah. And I'll leave the kind of highlighty parts highlighted. Yeah, and I think his beard's gonna have to. Wait a minute here. His beard's gonna have to have a layer of its own. All right. So maybe some actually dark brown in the. Whoa, that's way too dark. Lighter dark brown. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that's right, because it's on multiply. That might have to be a separate layer, actually. Yeah, and yeah, that's true, dude. That's right. Yeah, he's getting a little, looking a little too old, huh? I think you're right. Yeah, I can take some of those out. He has a wine-colored shirt in this. Let's see. This brush looks better when it's not so gigantic. I guess I won't go outside of that. Yeah, I've aged him up a bit, haven't I? He's definitely like a younger and chubbier than that. Maybe fade this out a little. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that full brightness wasn't great. Okay, and then a separate layer to do kind of a browner tone on his beard. So like 60 and multiply. Let's see how this. Yeah, something like this. So it's half shadow, half. I guess put some of that on the eyebrows. Oh, and the hair too. Yeah. So it doesn't look gray-haired. And maybe a pass of. I think his eyes are brown, eh? Okay, so the whole thing here, let's take this whole thing and duplicate it. And I think I'm going to merge these layers and then make him. And let's see if we can change the proportions a little bit. I think his body is much bigger. Yeah, I think getting his body bigger underneath that might help. Hello. There we go. Yeah, he's kind of got a stretched out t-shirt look too. All right, so let's try this, and then I'll go back over. Go back over at the black. Clean up that line here. There we go. Yeah, should we get rid of some of that kind of aged looking eyes? Yeah, because his actually that looks a little bit better. Oh, I don't need to just draw straight on this. Okay, now we take this whole thing and play with a little bit of distortion. See if I can get it to like a little bit better. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's better. All right. All right, so maybe one more pass of shadow. Yeah, imagine how much fun this would be to watch somebody do this that was actually good at it. All right. Yeah, I don't think I don't need another, like, such a minor layer. And I've gotten very much on the edge here. Let me just try freehanding a word balloon, if I can do it. And I'm not going to freehand the text because I'm not a great letterer. Oops. So stream now is what you're talking about? Let me see. Oh, stream today. Sorry. Okay, let's find a fun font for this. What do I have here? I don't think I have. Oh, I don't have all my cartoon stuff in here anymore. These previews are so small. How about Comic Sans? Yeah. Comic Sans. How the hell is Comic Sans in everybody's? Should be the first thing you delete if you're going to design something, unless you need to do ironic design. Oh, the what's it called? The bold font. I like this one a lot. Yeah, this looks. I mean, doesn't look handwritten, but it's a nice readable font. Let's see. Today, thank you, unknown girl. Do you want exclamation point or anything? Do we want Wait, where is it? You want stream today or stream today? Oh, Keith, I'm so sorry. Oh, actually, I can do another pass of color too. This might be too subtle at these resolutions, though. But especially like on the cheeks. Nah, that's just getting yellow, isn't it? Yeah, that doesn't look good. Nice. Oh, wait. What about one more pass of... Well, that's too dark. Better darker or not? Yeah, it's not that. Maybe lighter is fine. All right. Should I crop this to something like this? There we go. How's that, unknown girl? All right. It's not great. It's fun. It was fun to try, but I don't think it's very successful. I think I should have looked at a couple more examples of his head shape. Oh yeah. I'm not sure how old the most recent one is. Oh, you're very welcome. Unknown girl. Oh, should I put some? What's this? Yeah. Some color behind the so to make this stand out. Do something. Oh. Wow. Do something like this. Oh, not over the. Oh yeah, this should be below anyhow. Smaller. Make it stand out a little bit more, or... All right. Well, we'll see. Nice. We'll see how this goes. All right, something like that. Yeah, that stands out a little bit more. Yeah, it's not very cartoony. It's more... Oh, good. Okay, looks good colored in. All right. Well, let me make a... I'll do a PNG out of this. And I can upload it. Oops. Yeah, I'll just do it here. I'll give you guys a Dropbox link if you want. Oh, this is... Oh, actually, I'm making it... It's too huge, yeah. If you want it for a web graphic, yeah. I'm doing this gigantic thing here. Maybe... That's right, because I was doing the... There we go. So I can do it as something super high res, but this is just a simple kind of web graphic deal. Where is... Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. Still got all the old footage from mailing the iPhonics package on my Dropbox. That's so funny. All right. So where is... There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's a 129K. That's much better. Oh, nice. I'm glad you stayed awake too, dude. I appreciate it. All right. So here. Slowly creating a link. Copying the link. Okay, here you guys go. So that's just, yeah, access to Dropbox for that PNG. If you want it bigger, because it is now, it's 620 by 560 roughly. So yeah, kind of web graphic. But I have it, this is 300 DPI, so I have it like crazy high resolution. Oh, Keith, I'm sorry. All right. So I'll save this. Cool. All right. Unknown Girl, thanks for getting me to do something new. Oh, yeah, yeah. I made him much, yeah. The thicker version, I think, works much better. Yeah, I drew him really thin originally. That's funny. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Unknown Girl. Much appreciated. Oh, come on. My restream. Did I totally miss that? Recent events. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Let me try again. Yay. Thank you so much, Unknown Girl. Much appreciated. Excellent. Big W. Yes, if you want, if you need another version of that, just let me know. And don't tell me if Keith is not happy. It was fun. Yeah. Why doesn't the chat doesn't have the don't? Oh, the YouTube chat doesn't it? No. Okay. Wow. Yeah, it didn't. Oh, that's right. Because on the other one, I'm using the actual Streamlabs OBS. So yeah, that's why. Yeah, I gotta get this light thing figured out. Because here's now I'm in the light, and now I'm in the darkness. All right, we'll get that figured out. So I'll save that as a stream today, Keith. So is it stream today or stream today? There's a stream today, or is it a command? Stream today. Thank you, Anna Girl. Much appreciated. Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to make sure you got credit. Excellent. Yeah, it's weird. I haven't found a consistent chat. Like the combined restream chat is very odd. And then, of course, all the moderation and stuff only happens through YouTube chat. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, plus I've got the Stream Elements bot running, so that might do moderation as well. Oh, right, yeah. So he's saying stream today. Okay. Nice. Oh, I can do a... Oh, if I put some white behind him, too, I can do a transparent version. See, I'm just going to be fussing around with this forever now. But yeah, if I just lay... Come on. Okay. If I just lay in some white here, then it can be a transparent if he wants transparency. Oh, here too. So like, for example, for example, a very messy transparent. So do this. I think that works too. Very rough style. Yeah, transparency, good. Oh, cool. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Unknown Girl. All right. Well, very cool. Oh, let me double check. I'm like, oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I am needed as a chauffeur soon. Well, nice. Well, that was fun. Yeah, thank you for getting me to draw something. Excellent. Yeah, I should have. Yeah, maybe done just something a little bit instead of just a rough caricature, something more cute and cartoony. But we'll try it again sometime. Yeah, thanks so much, Unknown Girl. Enjoy the rest of your night as well, and everybody that stayed up and denied sleeping, denied sleep, just to be here. Thank you so much. I know this goes a little bit late into the evening, depending on where you are in the U.S. Nice. But yeah, everybody else take care. K5, Unknown Girl, Dude CX, good to see you. Yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me in the chat and everything, and we'll do this again next week. So if you're watching for the first time, either live or from the archive, abusecartoons.com is the website, and Abusecartoons on YouTube and Twitch if you want to get notified of the stream, and then patreon.com/abusecartoons. The archive that we looked at is GoComics, so gocomics.com/domestic abuse. And thank you to everyone for being here through this whole this whole mishap. And I'm so sorry about last week getting cut so short. That was just insanely frustrating. That the computer just kept dying on me. It's got its own power supply now, but it doesn't seem to help. I've already tested that, and it doesn't save it from choking. But take care, everyone, and we'll do this again next week. Goodbye.